Good morning, happy April. Hope everybody's had a nice Easter weekend. This is Tenacious Earl. Um, I'm taking the day off from work because it's my birthday. I've had a couple days off here, which is good. It's kind of spring break week for the family, and I've been, um, yeah. So where have I been? Just doing a few things. I kind of took a bit of a break from doing some rolling of games. Um, just a little bit of lack of motivation for a period of time, and also just kind of getting geared up for baseball. And now baseball started, and um, you know Phillies have been playing well, which is good. Um, but it's just meant less and less time to do videos of play. I mean, the videos, you know, if I record them, I have to edit a little bit, compile them and upload them, and it just takes a little bit of time. So you know, I've been enjoying a little bit of downtime and a little bit of. I've done some more of my second season Tenacious Football League project. That project doesn't really go so well here on the channel as far as it's a long game. You have to kind of like do it in quarters, so because if you're recording it with play by play, and all that stuff, it takes 3.5 hours, and I'm never satisfied with the presentation. But and frankly, I'm in the final week, and there's nothing to be decided as far as 9 teams. 4 of them are clearly in the playoffs. The other 5 clearly not in the playoffs, and the seeding for the top 4 is still maybe a little bit up in the air, but not so much. There's just no drama to put on the channel, and so I've put enough of those videos. I just decided I'm not doing that, and it's just given me a chance to relax and play these games. I've been trying out Al Wilson's sheets again. I started them at the beginning of this project. Went away from them because I wasn't sure if the data being collected was like if I was missing stuff. At this point, I'm not really. My level of scrutiny as far as that goes is pretty low. um, I'm I'm not sure that there's a lot of there's a lot that goes into second season, and it's the ability to produce stats that completely reflect uh, the real season. First off, I'm not even playing an actual season replay or anything like that. This is a 9-team league, randomly picked, so you get a mishmash of. And I think in this one, the defenses are pretty good. And so my numbers have been down a little bit in certain facets. So I just kind of got to the point where I'm like, I'm still putting the stats into my spreadsheet and everything, but I'm not so focused on that anymore because I want to get the project completed. I have a couple of other football games I'd like to start horsing around with one of those. So I don't even know if I'm going to do a playoffs for this. I might. I will, because it'll only be 3 games. It's like 2 semifinals and a final. I'll probably just do that on my own time. Frankly, there are a lot of channels out right now. There's a lot of people making content. When I started making videos, there weren't that many. It wasn't the same uh, you know, critical mass. It was like baseball demos, tabletop baseball, and my channel. And, Steve Tower was out there producing videos some. And, Al Wilson, I think, had at that point kind of like started to, take a pseudo sabbatical from it and stuff. And he still is kind of like intermittent. And then a couple of other people came in, Fanomatic and Tabletop Sports Delaware, Strat Delaware at the time, he was also making stuff. And so there are a lot of people, lots of different sports, all different types of styles. I don't feel the same level of, at that point. I mean, I appreciate those of you who watch the stuff. I'm not saying I'm not doing this anymore, but this is just a little bit of a break here that was necessary. Spring has sprung. You know, I've been vaccinated, which I'm thankful for. You know, I feel like life has been on hold in certain ways for a year, and I'd like to see that change. I'm hoping that changes here as the summer progresses and more people become vaccinated and are, government overlords decide that, we've reached herd immunity, and feel comfortable with dropping some of the stuff that they still have going on. I think it's, I do think it's necessary, but I'm hoping that as we get towards that number, that we see things kind of become normal again, and we can do things. So it's like that's just leaving me in a place where I'm not quite as energized to make 2 videos a day or 1 video a day or even a video every other day. I probably will once I get to the point where I'm feeling a little bit more recharged, but I'm not in any hurry, and I think when you have a channel like this, unless you have millions of subscribers and you're living, this is kind of the way it goes. You have your moments of sheer and utter let's get this on, and then you have some moments where you just need a little bit of a breather, and that's what's going on here. So I hope everybody's having a great start to your April. So I have 2 games left in the second season. I haven't done anything since that last Red Sox game. I think I'm going to try and just power through the rest of this second season, regular season. So I got 2 more games, get those out of the way. Probably take a little break before I do playoff stuff, but I'm just looking at this as it's relief that it's going to be over, just because it's been like 3 years, and when you have something that is hanging on like that for so long, you're just ready for it to be over. I'm kind of cursed with this desire to want to pursue more sizable projects. I believe in statistical sample size and all that stuff, and so I'm not as big of a fan of one-off games or things like that. And even this Red Sox project that I'm doing is, it's probably a little protracted from what I like. I'm only doing 1 team, and there's certain, I don't think I have OCD, but there's a certain level of, just sort of completeness when it comes to a project that I'd like to have everything done. Because I'm not, it feels a little weird. Don't worry, I'm not changing anything. I'm just just my inherent nature. I have, there's always home stuff that you need to work through too, and that's kind of like, having kids go through the normal and quite frankly the abnormal stuff that's going on right now, as they are about as detached as any kids have ever been in the formative years from teachers and classmates. It's really tough, and the quicker that we can move out of this and get the kids back to where they are in a place where they can do their optimal learning environment, the better. But that being said, all is well here for the most part. You know, still kicking on in my 40 somethings, trying to do stuff that I enjoy on the tabletop, find room for learning some new stuff, but mostly just trying to kind of cross things off the list that have been on the list for way, way too long. So that's what I've been up to. Feel free to comment if you have any questions about the situation. I would imagine I will do some kind of game video before the end of this month. I don't plan to take a protracted or extended absence at all, but I just like I said before, I don't really feel the urgency to be like producing all the time, because I think we have a lot of good creators out there right now making a lot of good stuff. You know, there's a great body of YouTube game rollers, and they've got a lot of good ideas. You know, so I'm not going to take the time to name them all, because, like I said, there's a lot of them, and it wouldn't, it's just, it gets into a situation. I mean, I named some of the ones that were on early when I started. That's only for that. I don't want to get into too much, because I feel like it's not fair. You always end up forgetting people, but so I don't want to get into that. But just have a look around. There's new channels popping up almost every day, and within a couple of weeks they're pretty much cranking. So there's really that's good. It's one of the things that I think we should take pride in, that there are people who've realized that the market is here, at least in some regards, to be able to start a channel and to have people take interest in the games that they roll, and maybe be informational and show them how to play a couple games, maybe find some new stuff, get exposure for some of the smaller game manufacturers and stuff. So which frankly I don't always do a great job of that myself, so that's why it's good to have a lot of other people out there looking to do that. So take care. Hit like if you like this. I'm not Mr. Hurrah. I'm not gonna be doing jumping jacks and backflips and cartwheels and all that good stuff. I'm just giving it to you straight up. It's good right now, but I'm looking forward to, in a couple weeks here, feeling really recharged to put some Red Sox History Maker baseball out here, and maybe be in a position to get something else started. So getting back to golf. It's been a while since I've done that. Really need to get that back on the table here. So things to look forward to, but not quite yet. Got some other things just to take care of, and once I do that, we will be ready to rock and roll. So thanks, and have a good day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week, and see you soon back here on Tenacious Sports.